There is a place on Earth so dangerous that even the government has banned people from going there. No tourists, no photographers, no explorers. If you get too close, you could lose your life within minutes. This island exists, and almost nobody is allowed to set foot on it. But why? What could be so dangerous that an entire island has been closed off from the world? To answer that question, we have to travel to the Bay of Bengal, around 50 kilometers from the coast of India. From a distance, the island looks beautiful. White beaches, dense green forests, clear blue water. It looks like paradise. But appearances can be very misleading. This is North Sentinel Island, one of the most isolated places on Earth. The people who live here are known as the Sentinelese. They have lived on this island for thousands of years. No one knows exactly how many there are. Experts believe the population may be somewhere between a few dozen and a few hundred people. What makes them unique is that they have almost no contact with the outside world. They hunt with bows and arrows. They fish in shallow waters. They build simple shelters from natural materials. And they have chosen to remain completely separate from modern civilization. Whenever outsiders have tried to approach the island, the response has often been immediate. Warning arrows, spears, and clear signs that visitors are not welcome. Over the years, governments, scientists, and explorers have all tried to understand the Sentinelese. Some attempts were peaceful. Some involved leaving gifts such as coconuts, metal tools, or food on the beach. Sometimes the islanders accepted them. Sometimes they fired arrows instead. No one truly knows what language they speak. No one knows what stories they tell. No one knows how they see the outside world. Their culture remains one of humanity's greatest mysteries. For many years, people believed they should be studied. After all, who wouldn't want to learn about one of the last isolated communities on Earth? But over time, experts realized there was a much bigger problem. The danger was not only to visitors. It was also to the islanders themselves. The Sentinelese have lived in isolation for thousands of years. Because of that, they may have little or no immunity to many common diseases. A simple cold, the flu, or another everyday infection. Something that most people recover from in a few days could spread rapidly through a small isolated community. History gives us many painful examples. When isolated populations first came into contact with outsiders, diseases often caused devastating losses. That is one of the main reasons the Indian government now strictly protects North Sentinel Island. A restricted zone surrounds the island. Boats must stay away. Aircraft avoid flying too low. The goal is simple: protect the Sentinelese, and protect anyone who might try to approach them. Nature also helps defend the island. Coral reefs surround much of the coastline. Large ships cannot easily get close. The shallow waters make landing difficult. Even reaching the beach can be dangerous. Yet despite these warnings, not everyone has stayed away. Over the years, several people have attempted to reach the island. Some were driven by curiosity. Others believed they had an important mission. One of the most widely reported cases happened in 2018, when an American visitor traveled to the island despite repeated warnings. He hoped to make contact with the Sentinelese. Instead, he was killed shortly after arriving on the beach. The event shocked the world. It also reminded everyone why the restrictions exist. Today, North Sentinel Island remains one of the few places on Earth where people live almost entirely untouched by modern life. There are no roads, no electricity, no internet, no smartphones, no supermarkets, no social media. While much of the world changes every year, life on the island appears to follow traditions passed down through countless generations. Some people ask whether this isolation can last forever. Modern technology continues to spread across the planet. Satellites can photograph almost every corner of Earth. Ships travel farther than ever before. Climate change is affecting coastlines around the world. No one knows what the future holds for North Sentinel Island. But for now, one decision remains clear. The best way to protect this unique community is to leave it alone. Not every mystery needs to be solved. Not every place needs to be explored. Sometimes, the greatest act of respect is knowing when not to cross a boundary. North Sentinel Island reminds us that even in a world connected by satellites, airplanes, and the internet, there are still places where humanity has chosen a different path. A path of isolation, a path of independence, and perhaps a reminder that the world still holds secrets beyond our understanding. So here's something to think about. If you had the chance to visit the last truly isolated place on Earth, would you go? Or would you believe that some places should remain exactly as they are?